Today I'm going to show you my clear plastic lever practice locks and give you a brief demonstration on what the tension tool does and the pick wire does to pick these things. Again, I'm still learning to pick them, so I can't actually pick one on camera for you, but I'll show you what you're supposed to do. This is a Squire 440, and show you how it works. The key with the bitting. It's 4 levers, I believe. And it opens fine and locks up. Now I'll show you the inside view. I had 2 of these, so I sacrificed one. I removed the cover from the lock. And let's see. And out of plexiglass, I cut a cover with the keyhole in it, and basically just super glued it onto the face of the lock and got it like this, so you actually see what you're doing. You can see the 4 levers here, there and there. The bolt is this thing right here. It's goes all the way up and around here, and it moves on this slot using this pin. One's on either side, and as the key comes up and unlocks it, it moves the bolt over. I'll show you that. See the bolt move over, and it releases the shackle. Turn it the other way, and it locks the shackle. And to pick this, you need to put tension on the bolt back here. There is a notch right in the center of the bolt where a tension tool or the key bitting, the top part right here, the forward part, will go into that slot, and when the lever is lifted to the right height, the tension of turning it to the right will move the bolt when all 4 of the levers are at the correct height. So to do that, to pick it, you need a tension tool. This is one of my homemade tension tools, made with a rod and a nail tip, basically. It goes into the lock all the way through to the other side. You see it sticking out there, just like the key does. And you turn it up until it engages in the center part of that bolt. You can feel that won't go any further. At this point, you put pressure or tension on this rod. How much tension is just like in single pin picking. It varies with the lock, but it's a good amount of tension, enough that you can see your fingers being pressed in there. Then you get your pick wire and you insert it in the top of the keyway, like so, and push it all the way to the back of the lock, and you begin to lift your levers. As you can see, one just lifted and stopped. So going to the next one, it stopped. You do this with all the levers. In this case it's 4. Keep doing it until you get them to the right height and the bolt will move over. but since I really don't know what I'm doing too much yet, it's not going to move over. But you get the idea what you're supposed to do. And now we'll go to another lock. This is a Mortise Lock. Right here. These are the old-fashioned skeleton key type locks. We used to have these in America where this goes into the door. It's cut into a mortise is cut, and this is set into the to the door, and you have a skeleton key to unlock it. And this is a 3-lever lock, mortise lock. It's a union alloy mortise lock, and I made this plastic cover to go over it to show the inside of the lock, so you can see how it does work. And I'll demonstrate it. Key goes in. It's in the lock position now. This is the bolt, and it works just like the little squire did. Goes up, lifts the levers up, see better, to a certain level that they're all equally spaced, and it moves the bolt over, unlocking it. Same thing with turning it the other way, lifts all the levers up. You can see the bolt there being moved over and pushing the main bolt over to the lock position. And like I said, this is a 3-lever lock. See the 3 levers there, and that white thing in there, there's 2 in there, they're spacers, spacing the levers slightly apart, and they're important because that corresponds with the fitting of the key. And let's see here, with this one, basically the same thing. This would go up and engage slot in the bolt. Get that up in there. Like that. And you would get your big wire. It's inserted into the keyhole here, and you do the same thing. Start working on the locks, on the levers rather, lifting them up to the right height until you can get it so the bolt goes over. Get that out of there. That's how a 3-lever mortise lock works on that. And then we have another mortise lock, different style. This is this one's really called a Mortise Lock non-curtain mortise lock. It doesn't have a curtain. I'll show you what that is on this lock right here. This is a Chubb mortise curtain lever lock. Here's the inside of that, and the curtain is this metal thing right here, and the thing in the back there, this whole piece is called a curtain. See if I can get a close-up of that. And here's the key. And this is a 5-lever curtain mortise lock. The key goes in, turns, lift up the levers, and throws the bolt over. Just like the other locks do, basically. This one does have gates on it, so it's not an easy pick. Now, the main purpose of the curtain is to prevent you from getting your pick in there and getting to the levers, because the curtain makes it in the way. So it makes it really impossible to pick it. In order to bypass that, you'll need a tool. This tension tool has a little tip on it, because the curtain, this circular piece of metal, is only about 1/4 of an inch. So all you need is about that much on a tension tool. What it will do when you insert it and turn it, let's see, let's lock it up first. What it does is that it engages the curtain at that tip point up there and allows you to turn the curtain up to the point where it engages into the bolt, like that. And that gives you the opportunity to get your pick wire in, like so, while applying pressure and working the levers to the right height to get the bolt to throw over. Here you're running into false gates. I'll show you one. You can put it up here. Get the tension tool out. But it's right there. You can see that little notch on that. That will catch up here on a little ledge and stop you from going any further. We'll be able to pick that. But that is how the curtain mortise lock works. You need to have a special tension tool just to bypass the curtain on there in order to get your pick wire in to pick it. And it's much more difficult because it's 5 levers and it has false gates on it. The last lock I have, I don't know anything about or how to pick it or any of that. I think it's called a bank lock. And this is the inside of it right here. And it uses a skeleton key that has teeth on the top and the bottom. And I don't know how many levers there are totally in here, but what you have to do, get the key in here, get it to turn, and it draws the bolt down to the unlocked position, and turning the other way, it moves all these levers here back up to lock it. The thing is, it moves levers down here on the bottom and levers up here on the top simultaneously in order to for the levers to clear so that the bolt can be drawn back down in there. Now, how you go about picking it, I have no idea when you have double teeth like this. Let's see here. There it goes down. One thing I could figure out is, where your tension thing at, and I think looking at it closely here, there's a notch. Let's see if you can see it right down here. like it is on the other lever locks where it's used to tension. And I believe you get a tension tool. This is a pipe tension tool because this has a post in the middle. And it goes in there and you can apply tension to it from that way. Turning it the other way, loosening up here. And doesn't seem to be any tension you can get, so it has to be this way. Whether this lock is up or down, I don't know what the position is, or if it's done this way. You know, it might be done sideways, but it seems to tension it up here on this end. And then you have to get your pick wire in there somehow and pick it. I guess you'd have to go this way. Somehow move these levers. Like that. But that is how this lock works. So if any of you lever people out there know about this lock and can educate me on how you go about picking it, I'd appreciate that. So these are my lever practice locks. That I hope one day will teach me how to pick them. I'm just trying now just to make proper tools that work, and then go into the actual picking of it. So it's going to be a long journey for me. I'm trying to learn every little piece of knowledge there is to each of these type of locks, so when I'm picking it, I know what I'm doing and not picking blindly. And this helps you at least see what you're supposed to be doing and make it a little bit easier on what you're picking. But I can always take the plexiglass off and put these back on, so I won't be able to see what I'm doing when I'm picking when I get better skills doing it that way. So that's the purpose of this, and the purpose of the video is just to let you know that I'm working on it, and I'm practicing whenever I can fit it in, and still trying to do some regular pin tumbler locks and some giveaway challenges here and there. So thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later.